We do have Fabiano Caruana after a draw against Peter Svidler. Fabi, I just have a couple of quick questions for you, starting with your mindset coming into this game, given that you were half a point out of first.
Yeah, I wanted to win. I thought that I could put pressure with white, and I even had an idea to play this in this line. I was trying to play it in previous games in the tournament, but I didn't manage. And I think he was kind of surprised, so I got a good position. I was surprised he went for what was a very statically, a position where basically he's just trying to hold. But he has, of course, the drawing margin is very high. I mean, he can, instead of CD4, forward, after I castled, he can play like rook A8, C4, there's various moves. CD4 is admitting that he's trying to simplify as much because, of course, the opposite color bishops and the open position makes it sort of drawish. But if I get a grip, if I get bishop d4, f3, rook e1, then he really suffers. Maybe queen b4 was bad. Maybe queen b3 was a better move. I was actually regretting that I played queen b4 and queen b3 avoids the bishop e4 stuff because my bishop on e3 is defended, so there's always f3. This doesn't work out.
But you played queen b4, and then he played bishop to e4, and
yeah,
you decided to take on b6.
Well, I thought a long time. The first thing is that, okay, f3 doesn't work because of bishop f3. And rook fe1, which looks like it prepares f3, he suddenly has queen h5. And then I'm in serious danger, actually, because f3, rook f3, and, no, not rook fd1, rook fe1.
Rook fe1, sorry.
To prepare f3, because if I get f3, I think I'm just crushing him. Yeah. But queen h5, so queen g4 is a threat, queen g6 is also a threat. And if f3, rook takes f3, and if I take, I get mated. So this was unfortunate. And so I spent most of my time trying to figure out how to not play queen takes b6. And I thought mainly about queen d2, which is not really the ideal move, but it does prepare f3. Okay, rook a3, and it's very, very complicated, and I couldn't quite see how to proceed here. There's a lot of messy lines, but I just didn't see my next move. You know, I have f3, I have bishop d4, but he has like queen h5. He gets all this incredible activity with the sacrifices on f3 and rook d3 coming. And queen takes b6. I had a feeling it's going to be a draw, but I hoped that there might be some way to put pressure in the endgame, but I couldn't see the way.
If we may interrupt for momentarily, it looks like Dominguez has blundered and maybe lost. In this position, he played the move bishop to e6, and the rook takes e4, bishop takes, and rook to f4 seems to be quite advantageous.
One second, we don't have you on. There you go. If you could repeat the variation, we didn't have you on.
Sorry, bishop e6 can be met by takes, and rook to f4, and the threat on this bishop, obviously this doesn't do anything because of this rook taking, and there is no perpet as your rook is in trouble. You can't touch this bishop. So bishop to e6, it looks as though rook takes e4, bishop takes, and rook moves. Your bishop could drop back, and then he could shut everything down with g6. Black is up a pawn. This one doesn't look long for the world either. So looks like Lanier may be in big trouble. That would shake up the entire standings, of course. Let's get back to Fabi finishing your point.
No, my game's not interesting. Let's look
So your game ended in a draw now. You must be not too thrilled seeing the draw, or maybe you are happy seeing the draw happen between Maxime and Wesley, because you're still only half a point out of first.
I kind of expected a draw in that game. So I'm a bit disappointed. I couldn't do more in this game. Couldn't put more pressure on him. I felt like there should have been a way to be more accurate, but you know, I don't think I missed anything crushing. You know, it's not like I had a winning position or anything. I had a bit of an advantage and I didn't make the most of it. And as for what happened in Maxime against Wesley, I really don't see why that affects me too much. I mean,
Well, you'd have to win tomorrow and hope that Maxime draws, right, in order to tie for first.
yeah, I mean, for me, it was the most important was to win today. It's a, you know, I'm playing Richard in the last round. He's a very fighting player, so that makes all results possible. I don't think he's going to be searching for a quick draw or anything. I think he's going to fight, and that's also not a bad thing for me, potentially. So we'll see.
All right, well, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fabi.